A very good day and salam sejahtera to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Siti RAHYLA, BINTI RAHMAT and all my fellow friends. I am Goh Yew Seang, would like to present the involvement and the lesson learned from the infographic report titled Issue of Petroleum Subsidy in Malaysia. It is hoped that this presentation can benefit all parties. So, are you ready to watch my presentation? Let me start now. This is a list of the contents that I will discuss in detail in this presentation. Let me start our presentation today by introducing what petroleum subsidy are and the brief background and the trend of petroleum subsidy in Malaysia and as well as in worldwide in this recent year. In general, we know that subsidy play a significant role in the petroleum sector become into existence when market price fall below the cost-effective rates. This subsidy extends beyond Malaysia to become a global norm for both oil importing and exporting nations. The scope of petroleum subsidy on a global scale is staggering. According to Perry et al. In 2020, global fuel subsidy reached a staggering USD 5.93 million, equivalent to about 6.8% of the global GDP, with the projection to rise to 7.4% by 2025. Petroleum subsidy, whether in Malaysia or elsewhere, primarily target two key groups, which are producers on the supply side and consumers on the demand side. As highlighted by Osfori in 2023, the government intends this petroleum subsidy to ease high fuel costs and aid low-income households, strain government budget, exacerbate environmental issues, hinder alternative energy development, and overlook petroleum-related damage like pollution, accident, and congestion. Let's dive into my specific role and involvement in our group infographic report, that is, conducting a literature review and contributing to one of the theoretical analysis and discussion. My first involvement was to dive into the extensive body of literature surrounding petroleum subsidy issues in Malaysia. This involves exploring research articles, reports, and scholarly publications from various sources. The goal was to understand the topic comprehensively, identify existing trends, and pinpoint any gap in the research landscape for our infographic report. So, let us look at what are the literature findings from these related studies. Now, let us look into the first key literature finding, economy impact and poverty reduction. This aspect shed light on how incorporating petroleum subsidy into the economy can positively affect living standard and economy development in Malaysia. Petroleum subsidy has played an important role in enhancing living standards for Malaysians. According to Ying and Harun in 2019, these subsidies are a justifiable government strategy to reduce poverty level and promote economy development. At the same year, research by RP highlight that low fuel price resulting from subsidy provide a competitive advantage to firms, strengthening production and reducing production costs. This in turn benefits households by offering affordable fuel and lower priced goods. Moving on, we explore the effect of subsidy reform in Malaysia and its implications for both producers and consumers. In the year 2014, the Malaysian government reformed its petroleum subsidy strategy, leading to a significant repercussions. Ying and Harun in 2019 report that over 15% of total government subsidy were directed toward fuel subsidy, and removing this subsidy had a substantial impact. The removal of petroleum subsidy result in high inflation rate and negatively impact for both firm and household. As CRA in 2019 notes that this policy change forced the firm to reduce production and consumer to rethink their spending decision due to reduce in purchasing power. Continuing our discussion, we examine the consequences of subsidy reform on both production and consumption, either directly and indirectly. High production costs due to removing subsidy lead firms to reduce the quantity of goods and services produced. This in turn directly impact households' consumption level both through the purchase of oil product and indirectly through goods and service linked to petroleum use, as noted by Hussaini et al. And Ying in 2019. The negative impact on consumer highlighted that the significance of subsidy in influencing consumer spending pattern and consequently their livelihood. As mentioned by Ying in 2019, removing subsidy reduced consumption expenditure and for real income for consumers. Lastly, we look into the impact of subsidy removal in Malaysia, shedding light on repercussions faced by producer and consumer in the wake of this policy change. Ying in 2019 researched the removal of fuel subsidy in Malaysia, resulting in significant impact on both producer and consumer. For producer, heavy reliance on petroleum products saw reduced production level and price adjustment. On the other hand, consumers face challenge with unaffordable fuel price and high inflation rate affecting their ability to meet the basic needs. Through aim at improving Malaysia's economic influence, the government's move brought substantial challenge for producers and consumers, as noted by Lu, Harun and Ying in 2019. Next, my second part is the development of our project's theoretical framework. This theoretical analysis involves centralizing various theories and concepts to create a cohesive framework for our research and analysis. The economy theory of subsidy based on supply and demand explains the impact of petroleum subsidy on consumers and producers. According to this theory, as price rise, supply increase and demand decrease. Conversely, as price fall, supply decrease and demand increase, as noted by Malmia and Jobiel in 2021. Subsidy allocated to goods and services influence supply. Increased subsidy lower production costs, leading to higher supply, while reduced subsidy result in lower supply, as noted by Chen et al. In 2019. Petroleum subsidy contribute to lower production costs and high supply, even with inelastic demand. Consumers benefit from low prices and subsidy mitigate the impact of high prices. When subsidies are reduced, production costs increase, leading to decreased supply and higher prices. Consumers may seek other alternatives affecting their purchasing power, as noted by Khan et al. In 2021. Moving on to our next discussion, let's discuss the key lessons I had learned from our analysis on the issue of petroleum subsidy in Malaysia that may change my perspective throughout this infographic report. One of the important lessons that I had learned is the delicate balance between promoting economic growth and ensuring social welfare. Petroleum subsidy has been instrumental in reducing poverty and supporting economic development in Malaysia. However, the removal of subsidy also had significant economic consequences. According to a report by Lu and Harun, petroleum subsidy accounted for approximately 15% of Malaysia's annual budget, indicating that they are important in supporting social welfare. The unexpected removal of subsidy underscores the need for policymakers to consider the trade-off carefully when implementing subsidy reforms. Now, let's dive into the second key lesson that I will learn, that is, have a better understanding in supply and demand dynamic in the context of petroleum subsidies. As discussed earlier, economic theories related to supply and demand play a significant role in shaping the outcome of subsidy policies. The findings from Wen et al. In 2023 indicate that when subsidies were removed, there was a 20% increase in the fuel price, leading to a 12% decrease in fuel consumption. Therefore, policymakers should consider this dynamic when formulating and implementing subsidy strategy to achieve desired economic outcomes. Our analysis and discussion emphasize that importance of conducting comprehensive policy evaluation before and after subsidy reforms. This involves analyzing the potential impact of various sectors of the economy, such as production, consumption, and household income. According to Wen et al. In 2023, a comprehensive policy evaluation conducted before subsidy reform reveals that removing subsidy could lead to a 25% reduction in household income for low-income families. Such evaluation can help policymakers have informed decisions and better anticipate the consequences of the subsidy change. Now, it is the nearest end of the presentation and I will make the conclusion of the discussion. As conclusion, we can observe that petroleum subsidies are a multifaceted issue with far-reaching effects. While they can contribute to poverty reduction and economic development, their removal can lead to a significant challenge for both producers and consumers. Throughout this infographic report, I will explore the economic impact, consequences of reform, and theoretical framework that underpin subsidy decisions. Additionally, I will learn valuable lessons about balancing economic growth and social welfare, the timing of subsidy reforms, understanding supply and demand dynamic, and the importance of comprehensive policy evolution that directly changed my perspective on the issue of petroleum subsidies. Here, I suggest that policymakers must carefully navigate this complexity, considering economic theories, supply and demand dynamic, and the need for comprehensive policy evolution. So that's all my presentation and discussion. Thank you.